So welcome back to another R8 video. This started out as just a video on the bumper delete and the crash bar build. So we've taken the bumper off, removing all the heat shields, tidying it all up. We're going to be cutting the arch liners, and then we're going to be building like a custom crash bar for the back, because obviously the normal one looks really ugly. It's not ever meant to be seen. It's just meant, to do a job. So we want to make a nice looking one, make it all look lovely. So you can see the exhaust and it all looks nice and aggressive. But before we get to that, I said I wasn't going to do a video on this because it'd be boring. But it turns out it's not boring at all. It's rather exciting. Well, it's not really exciting either. It's quite bad actually. But I'll hand you over to Mike and he's going to explain what the situation is.
Right, it's Monday morning. Got a few hours free this morning, so I decided to get the R8 on the ramp and get those bolts freed up so we can get it all aligned and tracked up. Got over to the steering rack and more gremlins have appeared. Thought I got away with it then. I was saying, the car's great, it's great. There's only a couple of problems. Well, we found another one and here it is. Right, so we've just undone the steering rack boot to get the tie rod off to adjust the track in, because it's absolutely knackered, it's all seized. So we're looking at trying to get it off, get it in a vise to get it freed up and replace the nut. So we just pulled the boot off of the steering rack and yeah, it's still coming out. Yeah, so that's power steering fluid.
Yeah, so for all of you non-petrol heads, or people that don't know about cars or that much about cars, there should not be hydraulic fluid coming out of those boots. So basically, one of the seals must have blown in the rack and it's leaked into where the tie rods connect to the steering rack. So yeah, that rack's done, basically.
Well, I just got off the phone to TPS and, like everything the R8, it's expensive. So yeah, they want 1,700 plus the VAT, I think, for a rack. So yeah, I think we're going to try and avoid buying a brand new one.
Right, now, with all that out of the way, actually, no, well, it's not out of the way yet. Probably better explain what's going on with that. I've actually found a company to refurbish the steering rack for around about 400 quid. But the issue is we've got to remove the rack, we've got to send it to them to be refurbished. There's no guarantee on time, like a time scale. So yeah, the car, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with the car, because it's gonna have no steering rack, we're not gonna be able to move it. I don't want it tying up the ramp for weeks. So yeah, we'll have to figure that one out. So anyway, like I said, back to the original part of the video, the whole reason why we recorded this. And that reason would be the bumper delete. So yeah, let's get back to that. So
We're almost at the point now of no return. we're going to chop the arch liners. So hopefully they aren't expensive if we want to replace them. They probably will be though. Right, so the bumper's now off. All the heat shields have been removed, well, not all of them, the ones that we don't want to see. We've left the back one in between the engine bay and the exhaust. So yeah, now we're on with building the crash bar. So I started sort of shaping it. We've got a Sealy pipe bender and some 44mm pipe with a 3-inch wall. Yeah, it's not a 3-inch wall. That'd be a bloody thick bit of pipe. It's a 3mm wall. That's millimeters. Back to the video. Didn't want to go too big. I mean, the max the pipe bender can do is 2-inch, but yeah, I sort of went with 44, so I thought it'd be a nice size. It does look all right. I'll show you in a sec what we've done. So actually, let's do it now. So here's our Sealy pipe bender. I think it's about 180 quid, I think. Didn't want to buy a Chinese one. They're about 100 quid, just in case. Don't want anything exploding. So went with a safe bet and got the Sealy one. Right, so let's get on to the bar. So this is what we've got so far. So if I come down here, so you can see here, it's got a slight flick up and then a bend in, so it sort of flicks into the body. Come around this side, just like that. And yeah, also we've got this here, got a slight kink out, just so it sort of follows the body. I didn't want it to be flat because as it sort of came through here, it was behind the plinth here. We want to sort of keep it visible. Yeah, this side, we'll start heat wrapping the exhaust as well. Yeah, so this piece I had to join in 2 sections. I was going to try and build it in one, but yeah, it was going to be nearly impossible. So it was handy. Well, basically the idea was I built this piece first. I then led it next to this piece and then copied it, well, mirrored it, so I could get it exact, because obviously if we were to do it in one piece, there's no way, well, there is probably a way, but it'd be a right pain in the ass to get that side to look exactly like that side. But yeah, so that's where we're at the moment. I think what we're going to do is, the plan is to hang the number plate from here, because obviously under here we've got the number plate lights. So we're going to basically hang the number plate from here with some brackets. So and possibly it's just going to be one of those things we sort of see what happens when we're building it. Well, I know we're definitely going to have like either a V here to protect the gearbox, or maybe like a U shape. But it's very difficult to bend the pipe. You can do 45 degrees, but it makes a right mess of the pipe. So we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do it. Maybe we'll have to come like 25, 30 degrees down and then on an angle here. It's just a bit of trial and error, really. It's the first time I've actually used a pipe bender, because we've not really ever got or ever had any use for one until now. We don't really do any custom exhaust stuff. And if we do, we just use pre-bent pipes. But
yes, so that's where we're at with that. Apologies in advance for anyone that's going to be annoyed by this. I hate it when people do this. I'm going to cut the video short there. It's going to be a 2-part video just because the time scale, it's just going to take so long to get the pipe work all made, powder coated, and then we've got loads of other stuff to do. I won't say any more than that because you have to watch the second video to do to it before it's actually finished. It's more than just the bar. We're going to do a couple of other little bits as well just to tie it all in. So yeah, apologies for that, but unfortunately this is a working garage. I have got money to earn. I've got customers waiting for work to be done. So as much as I'd love it, I can't spend all my time doing my own stuff as much as people might think that's what I do. You know you are. Yeah, so like and subscribe. That's what I was going to say. And yeah, the next one, I'll get the next one done as quickly as possible. But yeah, it's either that or it's going to be 3 weeks before a video gets published. So I know everyone's eager to know what's going on with the car. I say that. Maybe people aren't, but if you are, here you go. Here's a video. Right. Well, I'll see you in the next one.